Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to do the impossible. When LA Hoverbike sent me this motorized bike engine, he said just get as many miles on it and as many hours on it as you can. So today I'm conquering both of those missions. I have an 18-mile off-road slash cow trail slash gravel trip planned and about 90 minutes to do so before sunset. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the madness. This is one of those things where it's like it's either really stupid or it's really cool, and I'm not sure which of them it is yet, because it's going to be cold, guys. I just got back from riding on the BD 125-2 and that was chilly. I got a thicker jacket now, but yeah, it's gonna be something. Probably gonna need this just in case. 15mm, and then the exhaust is like what, 5mm? That'll probably vibrate off. Bring a 5mm Allen key. Ugh. Yeah, this engine's just super vibratey. Yeah, it's not exactly like a very supple ride. Alrighty. Let's go be stupid. Come on. Oh, I'm not sure I want to go this way. Gotta reach down, get that choke. There we go. Well, we'll see what happens here. Oh man, that's buzzy. Pretty much just have to stand up at all times while riding this. This is about where it's comfortable. Anything faster than this, it's terrible. Let's see if I can adjust this for you. Oh. I always forget the brakes are trash on this bike. Alrighty. This is saving me 4 miles. Don't look at that sign. Don't look at it. It's good. If I see someone biking, I will turn my engine off and start pedaling. Just keeping it really tame in case there's any pedestrians on this trail. This is just to link up to the gravel road. Anyway, once again, back out on the Phantom 85. Getting some miles on her. The big thing, if you haven't been following, is seeing how long it lasts. Will the swapped piston stay in there, or will it try to swap itself out through means that are destructible and one time not repeatable? That is what we are set out to do. And if I ride it like this, I will probably die before the engine does, just because of how long it would last. Because I am turning nothing for RPM at the moment. I am just keeping it the speed of a pedal bike, just because I don't want to make any waves. Granted, it does look like we have the trail all to ourselves. There might be someone down there the next mile or so, but we'll be turning off long before then. I gotta be careful because I don't have mirrors on this, so I have to keep looking behind me. Which, easier said than done. The riding position on this bike is not great. I'm leaned forward, arms fully stretched, and they're about even with my knees. So, yeah, it's better than it was with the 26-inch wheel in the rear, that's for sure. And gearing, of course, is much, much better. Alright. I might as well obey one of the rules here. Stop sign, stopped. Alright, awesome. Now we are free to do whatever we want. We are on the, quote, open road. Yeah, you just really wouldn't believe how buzzy this thing is. It's just absolutely Buzz City. This is going to get very old standing up for the next 90 minutes or so. So I don't know if I'll keep this pace the whole time. But if I sit down, the skin will wear right off my ass. It is like I'm sitting on a, orbital Sanders. It is ridiculous. But, yeah, we've been doing pretty good today as far as traffic. Not bad. Pretty much got the roads to myself. This mile and then one other mile towards the end are pretty much the only part where there's really even a possibility of traffic. The rest of this will pretty much just be abandoned roads. When, believe it or not, this one is quite heavily used. Oh man, those vibrations suck. Made the mistake of sitting down because my shoulders got sore. Well, if I'm going to stand up, I might as well just go for it all the way. Okay, that's sketchy. I gotta slow down. I also promised I'd be safe while reviewing this bike, or while reviewing this engine for LA Hover Bikes. So I shall keep my word and remember to be safe. So, I do not know if I have the resiliency to manage these vibrations for 18 miles. We shall see. But just know this, it's absolutely brutal. Alright, signal with my hand. If there's anyone behind me, we are good. Alright. Time for more gravel. Hopefully I have the angle correct for you guys. It's really hard to tell with the viewing monitor of the phone essentially this close to my face because it's too close to my eyes, so I can't really tell which one to pick for the viewing angle. If I close my right eye, it looks off to the left, and close the other one, vice versa. So hopefully we're pretty centered. And a nice almost sunset over that way. Oh man. You know, riding this back to back with a actual motorcycle really puts into perspective how buzzy these little two-stroke bike motors can be. Granted, this one is modified. It is not stock by any means, and it is not in perfect condition either. So I'll let a little bit of that slide, but yeah, woo, it's buzzy. It's buzzy. Maybe I just need to, like, you know, make an air mattress seat or something here. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make this less buzzy and terrible. Yep, the orbital sander is a good analogy. That's exactly what's going on right now. Like I just duct taped an orbital sander to my and I'm just along for the ride. Ay. Well, other than that, this is rather uneventful so far. I think my record of making it on a motorized bike without breaking down is about 2.5 miles away from home. So in another half mile, the bike should break down in some manner or form, I'd imagine. Some bolt should vibrate loose, maybe the chain tensioner, maybe the rear axle. I don't know. Something will. It's just always something. That's the joy of motorized bikes. Everyone becomes a mechanic if you own one long enough, or ride it long enough, or ride it anywhere as long as you would ride a pedal bike that didn't have a motor vibrating the bolts loose. Maybe I'm just feeling a little extra salty today because of how vibrating the engine is. So in a few miles, this one-lane gravel road gets really hairy, and we're down to like a two-tire cow trail, and with real big like gopher holes, or I don't know, badgers maybe dug them out, something, foxes, something. Anyway, they get deep. Like if I sink my front wheel into it, we're doing an endo. So yeah, I gotta watch out for that. And there's also rocks on the road because many decades ago when that field got cleared, they put the rocks where the road was. So yeah, they're still there because most of the time around here, rocks float instead of sink. So you put rocks somewhere, you bury them, they come back up. I don't really understand the fluid dynamics of how that works, but it does. Well, the motor's starting to sound different. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's fine. You can tell my trust level is not very high with this machine at the moment. Oh man. Thankfully it's not like super muddy out or anything. All the mud's dried since our rain 3 or 4 days ago. And it makes for a little bit bumpier ride, but yeah, I'm at least more likely to get where I'm going, which is nowhere. I kid. So this route takes me to the next town down the highway, but obviously I couldn't go down the highway at the slowest speeds. So and nor is this vehicle legal for highway, which is in North Dakota the law is. But basically you can ride any vehicle you want as long as it's not on a highway. But once it's on a highway, the qualifications of what can be ridden on there are quite a bit higher. I don't know what it is in your state, or if you're even in the United States, you could have totally different laws. But yeah, basically, long story short, I can't, it's just not safe to drive on the highway, and Jesus, it's getting a little bumpy. And honestly, even if I got pulled over, it would probably just be them asking, oh, hey, what's this? And then putting me back on my way. But yeah, I just don't want to take chances. And then as I say that, I see a semi at the next crossing. Oh boy, that's going to be a tight fit. Well, at least I can go in the ditch. I'm hoping this is all audible for you guys and that I'm staying in focus and in frame, but yeah, I do have to watch the road, and there's ever so slight a delay and out of focus if I'm looking through the screen. So yeah, I have to, if it looks like I'm looking too low, it's because I'm not even looking at the sky. I'm looking at the ground to make sure I stay out of these ruts and don't hit any bad bumps. Oh man, I can really feel it in my shoulders. This thing needs higher bars. Just at the full reach, my elbow completely extended in order to reach those handlebars. That front fork though, it is working wonders. And you guys should have seen this bike before I did that swap. It was just god awful. And then they sold this as a mountain bike, which, you know, I would imagine the mountains would probably be a little bumpier than your average gravel road. Alright, we are crossing County Road 26. So we have made it about 2 miles out. Alright, we haven't broken down yet. Okay, I'm yielding. We're good. Alright, this person in this semi-truck is going to be thinking, what the am I doing here? Oh, this is some deep ruts in this grass. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, we're clear. Now this is where I need to pay attention for those. I'm just going to call them gopher holes, but it's probably something bigger. This is where I got to pay attention for the rocks and the gopher holes. There's a rock. Yeah, it gets a lot worse up there. They recently mowed, so, you know, it's a lot easier. Last time I rode down this trail, it was like foot tall weeds and grass on either side, so you couldn't even see where the gopher holes were, and you'd just be in them all of a sudden. You'd just go boop, and then, oh crap, and then biff it over the front. Which, you're probably saying, then why the hell am I riding it today? I don't know. Because it's one of the few roads that doesn't have traffic. Even the gravel roads around here have traffic, and, you know, I don't want to go driving on private property and getting in trouble with trespassing or any like that. So this is technically a road. Technically, according to Google Maps, this is a road that belongs to the county, so I can drive on it. So that's good. Not that I should, but I can. Yeah, if you find me going slower, there's nothing wrong with the motor. I'm just trying to get comfortable. Ooh, there was one of those gopher holes. We're making pretty good time so far. Honestly, I thought something would have by now. Not necessarily the motor, but something, you know, vibrate loose. Oh, there you can see the dirt. Tough, roughed up there. Yep, there's a pretty big one. I hope the video stabilization works so you guys can even see what's going on. I'm sure it's just absolute bumpy crap. Yeah, this would be a lot better if I had some sort of a shifter kit on it, but I'm not really sure I want to throw that kind of cash at a project like this. The point of this bike, before I even got the motor from LA Hover Bikes, the point of this bike was just to, you know, have a motorized bike that I could just get out and ride that wasn't just a huge project, because I wanted to just do some more basic vlog stuff like this. Whereas, you know, because there's kind of a divide, and, you know, a lot of people like to see the riding videos, but a lot of people like to see the building videos. So, well, and I like to ride too. But yeah, what ended up happening is I'd just make a bunch of building videos in a row and then get maybe a half a video of riding. So that this was the riding bike from the beginning. That was its goal, and that's why I didn't shoot a lot on building it either. Yeah, my build would be focused on the Briggs, which I guess, why don't we talk about that? I got nothing else to do for the next hour, except check my camera to make sure we're still recording. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, we're good. Every 20 minutes I gotta stop this thing and start over again. The Briggs. I'm kind of like trying to decide what to do next on it. I mean, it's at the point where I could just start throwing the parts that it needs at it and get it running. It needs a new ignition coil, and it needs, I have to plug some holes in the intake, very small pinholes, which that's no big deal, but there's a JB Weld high heat product that should hold up. I've tried the regular stuff on intakes and it gets soft before, so I'm gonna try the high heat stuff because it doesn't have to hold anything but vacuum. It doesn't have to be rigid. The welds are providing the rigidity. So, oh boy, this is rough. Anyway, so I'm at the point of deciding if I want more mods or deciding, oh boy, do I want to go down this road? This is where it gets terrible. I'm going to take a little break here. So with the Briggs, I'm at the point where I'm kind of like deciding, like, do I want to do more mods to it? Or do I want to finish it up? I mean, there's still a lot of odds and ends, but they're not necessarily,
the most exciting or riveting things. It's like, I can make a video about how to hook up a throttle cable, but I don't know how many people would be interested in watching that necessarily. So basically, man, I gotta get off the seat for a while. So basically, it's just down to the situation of, do I want to come up with more things to do? So I did the Springer seat. That was pretty cool. A lot of people like that. I did the ape hangers. That was pretty popular. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do more of those like chassis mods like that as opposed to the engine mods, because there's not a whole lot left to really modify on that engine. And basically it's just hook up chains, throttle, and a fuel tank. The fuel tank, maybe I'll make a custom fuel tank. A lot of people have talked about that, because at the moment I don't have a tank for it. I guess I am going to go down the Insanity Road. So yeah, the tank, I have this Briggs pipe mixture tin can that's just been sitting in my garage forever. It came with the house. I was thinking about throwing that on there and making a tank out of that. One viewer commented about that, so maybe I'll do that. I'd just be a little concerned about it leaking, but I guess I could just use some sort of epoxy like JB Weld or JB Weld tank weld, something like that, to put the bung in. Whoa, that's a big one. But yeah, I have to put in some sort of a bung that I can thread in a nipple for the hose, or some sort of hardline. I guess I could run hardline too if I wanted to make it really old school. What do you guys think about that? I know a lot of the Briggs. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hit one of them. That was not comfortable. Time to go to stand mode and to really look for these gopher holes. Anyway, so yeah, maybe I'll build or repurpose something else into a fuel tank. Maybe that'll be the next video. I'll have to make some sort of cap so that it doesn't leak, obviously. I'm sure this just looks kind of lame on camera, but trust me when I say this is actually pretty technical. I'm in like a 6-inch rut here that's dried out with random like 2-foot deep gopher holes strewn about, and then we're gonna get to the rocks pretty soon. There should be some decent sized ones just sticking out at random. Gotta watch out, make sure I don't snag a pedal on them. Man, when I see the openings in the dirt, I'm like, oh yay, I could see the ground again, and then I'm like, oh no, if there's no grass there, that might just mean it's another hole. But yeah, this is about all we got for trail riding around here, unless you just count mudding, which is just, going in a straight line and flooring it, which 2 wheels isn't, well, this kind of 2 wheels isn't very good for. But yeah, I don't know. I think that would kind of throw off the test if I were to just kill this mudding, because any engine's gonna die doing that. You're just gonna suck water in the intake and then be running at max throttle, and you're just gonna like hydrolock it and it's just gonna so I don't think that really tests the reliability of this motor. It's just a stupid way to kill it, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I'll do some more hill climb stuff. I don't know. Are hill climbs fun? Do you appreciate watching what can go up hills? There are some other hills I could take this bike to. I don't know. Tell me. I'm just trying to think of ways to test this motor in such a way that it is entertaining and also informational. Obviously, as I stated, I can't just take this down the highway and pile a bunch of miles on it. But I can do like little stuff like this, down gravel roads, down trails. I can find hills to do hill climbs. I can do burnouts if people really wanted. I don't know if that, once again, I don't know if that really tests the longevity of it, or if that's just abusing the motor instead of using it. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Oh, and it is time to restart the video. Whoa, big hole. Alright, and we are back. I accidentally went 6 minutes over the 20-minute round estimate limit. Granted, I don't know how much of that was lost or not, so if it seems like there's a big gap in the video, that's why. My apologies. The point of this was just basically to get out and ride and get some seat time, so yeah, if it is not the most fluid thing, my apologies. We're just here to hang out and have a good time chatting while I'm riding a bike. That's about it. Oh boy. But yeah, don't expect the finest production quality on this one. That all being said, I feel like I'm making a lot of excuses for myself. Woo! A little bit of fun. We're out of the gopher holes, I think, maybe. I'll open up a little bit. Oh, got some rocks. I don't know if I want to endo too hard over here. Whoa, nope. I don't know if we're out of the gopher holes. Well, take it easy a little bit more. Oh, jeez. Well, we made it long past the 2.5 miles. This is an all-new record. We've gone about 6 miles without a motorized bike braking out of town. Awesome. Oh. Yeah, these rocks are bumpy. They're not that big, but neither are my tires. Ugh, I think we're going to stand mode. Yeah, I'm really happy with this gearing. This was such an improvement, lowering this. Otherwise, I'd never be able to ride on this kind of stuff. That clutch engagement of 22 miles an hour with the 44-2 sprocket. Oh my god, guys. Yeah. Like 22 miles an hour isn't fast, but when that's as slow as you can go, it's not slow. It's too fast for that. This is much, much more manageable. Alright, we got an open spot. We'll give her hill. I like when it gets that second wind. It really screams. Woo! Hell yeah. If it blows up during this, I'm okay with that. That's wide open. I don't know what speed we're doing, but it's comfy. Oh, are we out of gas? That's not good. Well, we'll give it a little break. I'll just take her easy. Oh, shit. Yeah, we're out of gas. I'm pretty sure we're out of gas. Well, this just got real, and there was our destination, the next town. Let's see what we got for gas. It might have just overheated and seized. That's a possibility. Oh yeah, it's smoking bad. And we have plenty of fuel. Oh, I think we're done. Time to cut the film. Yeah, I think it's toast, guys. I really didn't expect that to happen so quickly. Yeah, this thing overheated. You can hear it kinking, and it's smoking bad. Crap. I honestly thought this would last a lot longer. Oh man, this thing's gonna be seized. I better shut the fuel off. Oh wow. Yeah, that's the end, guys. Wow, you could just see the heat waves. I don't know if that's on camera or not, but
You know, like when you open an oven, it's got that going on. All right, guys. I didn't really think a light off-road would do this with high speed towards the end, but it officially died. This thing overheat and seized up. Yeah. Whoops. I guess that was the test with LA Hoverbikes. He's like, yeah, just ride it, get miles on it, see what happens. Honestly, I didn't get that many miles on it. This was the longest trip that I did in a row. We made it about 8 miles and it just took a dump on us, and that's it. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's seized. I guess I'm gonna have to think about what happens from here. Until then, yeah, I gotta call someone and get a ride home because I'm just stuck. Oh man, this was not smart. All right, well, I just got off the phone with my dad. He's going to be coming out here, giving me a ride back. We're gonna throw this in the back of the car. Yeah, kind of wish I had a kickstand on it right now. I'm just having to lean it up. Oh, maybe I'll go shove it against that yield sign. Yeah, that's what'll happen. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I just sit here and wait for a while until he shows up so I can get back home. All right, there's our savior. We are rescued, no longer stuck. Now I just gotta figure out a way to get this bike in the vibe. Thanks for coming and saving my
Like usual.
Yeah, yeah, you should have seen this thing. It was just smoking like crazy. It had like the oven heat waves coming off of it. I was just doing like a leisurely pace, and then I decided to just like gun it down that road for like a half mile, and it just got slower and slower and slower until it just went bump, done.
It's headed the right direction. It's in a ditch.
Yeah, that was because I didn't have a kickstand. Well, let's get this thing loaded up.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're wondering, you can fit a motorized bike inside of a 2007 Pontiac Vibe. You just have to loosen the exhaust and take the wheel off and then hold it the whole way home. Alright guys, that's the end of today's video. We all made it back safely. We did suffer a casualty in the form of an engine, but hey, that's what it was supposed to be, a long-term test. Or until it died, and that's what happened. So yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more motorized content, subscribe. And also hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I send out another video. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.